Here, both teams have looked really good on Pearl, but with vastly different approaches. OpTic, if anything, going for the EMEA approach with the zero duelist comp, and XSET have their own unique blend on how to approach this map.
Very different takes, I think, on how they want to be running this one. Cryo obviously taking contact here, pushed up aggressively. He's moving up past his own rendezvous, but it's a weak goodbye, obviously, for OpTic. So they're going to be taking liberties, obviously trying to find out, I think, the defensive setup a lot of the time here now.
And OpTic didn't really get too much time to demonstrate their attack rounds against Loud.
Okay. Right, Josh, really not a lot to really showcase at all. The right clicks are putting in some serious work so far. The 2 rounds that we've witnessed. And guns are being retrieved. That's crashies picking up a bit of an upgrade.
And this is what OpTic were doing on their attack round against Loud, getting into such dangerous lurk positions. Here comes FNS back through flowers.
Yeah, is this going to be watched for? The answer is yes, yet somehow AYRIN ends up losing out the fight.
Deadly.
Just immense value out of the classics.
Deadly crosshair placement from FNS.
Deal with FNS now. Crashies will get the plant down. Extra money in the back pocket of his team. In fact, this round is looking potentially winnable. The knife does spot him, and this is a really risky play from crashies.
Oh, but he's found the timing.
Oh, Cryo watches for it.
Wow.
Really patient play, and honestly, heads up.
But what a close eco round there for OpTic to almost take it away. And let's break down how it happened. They go through mid very heavily, and once they take control of Art, they split into that connector.
Control that middle section of the map. It really is the lifeblood of the map as well.
So this from OpTic looks like they're going to be leaning over towards mid and B. They ran around like this against Loud, where they had a double lurk play, one through mid and one all the way going through A on a B plant. See whether they commit to anything similar.
Cryo can hear this utility coming his way. He's got peace of mind knowing as well that Ali is under pretty good control, and XSET do have that triple player facing the position. They're giving up control of A main.
Nobody's worried about it on either team.
No presence really being made. Marved is going to be this late lurker in middle. And now the rest of OpTic, they are creeping and crawling their way up B long. The jump peaks, I don't think coming up with anything. And look at this. Pulling back the utility. This is Cryo removing his rendezvous. And an explosion onto the site. The Haunt's going to be lighting up the 2 players in alley, making sure they take control of Elbow. And Marved as well. Really good discipline. Gets the kill, backs away. Maybe gets the second. No, Zekken will take care of him.
Great play by Zekken. Forces the fight. And shuts him down, shuts Marv down, sorry, so that they can fully commit to the retake. Now, how do you flush out these players?
2 players in elbow. A couple of them are weak. Looks like they want to try and fight over this one. Victor was holding the flash, but FNS takes contact anyway. Only that takes off the heads of Cryo. Another attempt's being made, but just dodging the flash rule, not quite connecting. Down to just Zekken. A lot of life to his name and the rifle as well. Might opt to save it into this one, but I think he just wants to do the economic damage. He knows that they are just trying to escape away with the weapons. A bit of damage, gets the bullet tag, but Victor wins it out.
And OpTic come away. Ooh. He's in that same position again on their attack side. And OpTic, their approach seems to be very heavily around setting up lurks, playing the map heavily, instead of going for big execs.
Which is understandable. They're playing a slower comp. There's no duelists at play, at work.
And we just saw such masterful attack IGLing on Haven from FNS.
This fight that might be about to take place. Smoke, that's pulled back and it gets Ye in this forward angle. And he has crossed. They have to expect this one.
Haunt being used to try and clear out some of this B connector, and that allows Victor to jump in, take out the trademark. Is there any response from the defense though? Not particularly.
A deep knife that's going to be used into Art there, but again, patient play from the chamber players. Biding their time, waiting it out, and the spike is starting to make movement now. It looks like they want to go for this B split. Viper Wall's going to be sent straight up. 3 players now working their way around, and Cryo, wow, just playing right within range of his rendezvous. He's going to be getting back to safety, but look at this, it's a complete pivot.
Yeah, the spike is already headed the other way, and this is the value of having mid-control. OpTic are able to make these mid-round pivots, and XSET, they don't have a clue where the spike is going.
They haven't bit entirely, though, on this. They do have players lurking, waiting at the back of the site. But there's so much pressure on AYRIN to try and get value now, especially when all of this explosion, the utility comes his way. Haunt into the back, has to be destroyed. Marved, he capitalizes. Jumps on the space that was created off the back of it. He's going to win out that fight against the Astra player.
And now, crazily, Ye becomes the longest lurk of all time. So far away, and OpTic's job is just to buy time for this. They're playing fully off-site.
XSET take this retake a bit more faster if they inject the pace into the round. Ye could find himself on the short end of this, but now to Nightfall, that is going to be creating so many opportunities. Ye, he could get a move on if he wanted to. There's no more sound cues. The pulling them back, a stun on top of it, and there we go. Ye's time to strike. The kill's going this way, that way. It's chaos, it's pure pandemonium. And Ye will strike. One after the other, the players of XSET fall. Just not quite ready for it. And OpTic showing so many layers to their game plan on the attack.
We heard in the game against Loud, and an early demonstration of it there.
Operator, seconds acquired at some point during this.
So quick onto that sight line, but just misses the shoulder of Marved.
Yeah, flick of the wrist, not enough.
Given a moment. And OpTic prods towards B as a bit of a feint right now. They've left the trademark. This round was clearly supposed to end A. Just trying to add a layer of deception into it.
And honestly, that prior conditioning, all the emphasis being placed by OpTic into mid on our attack side rounds means that, look at this, A main is wide open.
And this could lead to FNS getting down a very clean Viper's Pit on the site. The ults here combo up beautifully.
Yeah, and now with the swing through, the operator, Zekken just not quite catching it onto the mark that he was looking for. Now they're going to start to barrel through. OpTic want to try and get this plant down clean, but it's a tap to try and bait the swings. And bait they will. Right through the wall, being watched for, making sure the angles are there.
But not even requiring the investment of the Viper's Pit. OpTic reading what that defensive play would be and dealing with it. Zekken's just getting out of there. Wants to save the operator.
It will keep this one going. Okay. Dangerous. Trademark at his heels. Get out of there.
This is not going to offer any opportunities.
So his goal, just trying to save that operator, running rings around and laps around the map.
But what another lovely round by OpTic.
It is magical.
They press a little bit of attention over towards B, and XSET are worried about mid. Meanwhile, OpTic just slide their way into A.
Easy peasy for him. Right, has money to burn here.
You can see that XSET had some ideas of what they wanted to do on the defense side. Yeah. You know, XSET were throwing out a haunt that lit up a lot of people. They were a bit
on null command as well, but how does this round end up being played out? Spike should be waiting for the time being. OpTic are quick to take this A main control. It's a haunt as well to just layer it all in. They are putting such a heavy emphasis into this one, but a reminder, the Spike nowhere near them. All this presence, I think, is just to try and push and pull these rotations.
Yeah, this is a weird round because XSET didn't bite whatsoever, just playing for mid control.
For mid! FNS, he does fall. Swing attempt from Victor.
That's pretty beautiful. And the chamber battle goes the way of Ye over on B long.
Yeah, so B theoretically now should be open for them. Normally they've just got Cryo holding that deeper angle.
But they won't have FNS's Viper Wall to work off. So this is still going to be a little bit of a struggle. And Marv on the lurk. This time AYRIN catches it. Nice to see AYRIN already adapting to the way that OpTic want to play the lurks.
OpTic with no Viper Wall. OpTic to just contact their way into the site, make sure that they not only start now making the noise cues, but work their way into the site. The spike is going to be planted per second, he's already in. One shot to the head, that's Victor dealt with, but somehow the fragment gets some pretty tremendous value with BcJ falling. Still that 2v2 though, and they have to deal with the elbow control. Ye sets himself up into this angle. Fast lane. Cross now, the overdrive, and now a bit of a stun sent flying. He's got over his head, and Ye, while he strikes, the backstab in play, and crashies. He finds the target that he was hunting for there. AYRIN just none the wiser.
Go for some A aggression. Zekken leading the charge again on the light buy with the only rifle that XSET have claim to. He pokes in, nobody's seen. All right, time to pivot. XSET are already on the rotate, trying to gamble here.
Yeah. It would be a correct gamble if they can get to B in time. Smoke was propped up. No commando cutting across. AYRIN is holding a very close angle here with the Viper's Pit down. Do they want to try and play fast inside of it? It's just waiting a timeout, Marved! Right from just making sure the late lurks get incredible value. I love the way that OpTic are playing this as well. It's so cautious in their approach. They laid down the Viper's Pit, but nobody was playing inside of it because they're so aware of how to play into this one. No casualties, prime gaming flawless, all the guns.
With this comp. And how comfortable are XSET on that? Tough to know.
It's been half of them. Cryo now with the operator. Nice stuns to set that one up, slow down a bit of the presence that OpTic are showing in mid. But it's a similar game plan from what we've seen from them in the past. Just make sure that you poke and prod and drag the bodies, the defensive protocol. You're just trying to basically upset what XSET are running. Prowler in the face, that has to be respect shown. And of course the rendezvous to safety. And they have taken alley control. OpTic, bit of a triple face right into the line. Aside of it though, it's just going to be that 1-for-1.
And Zekken, did he hear them rotate out there? In the midst of all of this, Ye is taking space on the opposite side of the map. Does Cryo
seems aware
pay attention to it?
And he has found you just unscoped at just the wrong moment for it.
And the chamber play for XSET has found all the value in this round. dephh as well, finding the timing to pop off his null command. And this feels like everything here. Yeah. They've even read the lurk place. If there was a lurk happening on the other side of the map, Zekken's position in mid would be perfect to deal with it. And BcJ is still watching for anything crazy happening on A.
Zekken can hear the footsteps running of Marved. He can hear them just barreling their way through.
Left.
And he only hears one, so he looks for the second player first.
Timing is everything.
Before following Marved.
Listen, it's all about the timing. FNS, he sees the mark, he calls it to Marved. Marved knows now he can pincer him. And Zekken gets dealt with. Rotations are being made though, and XSET, they do have bodies here to shut this one down. The crossfire, it's a whiffage. But dephh eventually cleans up the mistakes, and with only 7 seconds remaining, FNS has to get this spike down. He has to plant it. A tap to force the fight, and you just have to stick it there. You're not playing to your outs.
Not in the slightest. So OpTic let one slip away, that's on B, and then they got aggressive with Zekken in the mid-round. All very good adaptations coming out of the timeout.
Yeah.
And starting out here again with a very spread default from OpTic, stuff that we've seen before from them. Viper wall goes up, Prowler towards B, trying to pull anybody away from that area of the map as they instantly take the spike towards mid and A.
If the name of the game is to try and punish a lot of these deep lurks. Right now, not too much presence being shown by XSET in mid, just making sure that they hold Ali and Art ever so slightly.
Yeah, the trademark being used on B here as well, so that they can stack players more towards mid and A on the defense. But that also leaves B link open.
Oh,
and Cryo.
He saw the gun and a jiggle. Yeah, not going to be enough to try and offset that one. Still, Ye has opened things up on the other side of things.
It's all on AYRIN here.
Another split attempt to try and come through. Ye finds the target, finds the timing. Pure, intelligent play from him. But a Nightfall will scatter them to the wind now and pushes back OpTic once more. They don't have space being gained by a lurk player this time. And what's the play? Has to be to try and cut noise and re-hit, but with Marv being dealt with, it feels a little bit unorthodox, I think, their approach to this attack side round. All the players are lurking in mid. There's 25 seconds left.
And BcJ's got the read here. Ye was thinking about going for it.
He's backing away now.
Cryo being alive as well is just giving them constant information on the trademark. There's no time for this.
dephh could just stop this in his tracks, and he hears them running. Fragment nade stops them down in their tracks. Has to be the plan now. FNS off to the side, and a bit of spam will do the job. And no more time on the clock for them. You have to force the fights, but OpTic have been bamboozled.
And it's another really good round from XSET with their adaptations.
XSET and OpTic fighting for that minimum third place spot. Chance to face off against Loud, deeper in the bracket.
And you're right, Bren, it was just that concussion blast early to set Cryo up on the angle. They used a 0 point as well from dephh and didn't see anything. So 3 players are going to move over to A.
They've completely given up mid.
This middle area of the map, OpTic use it so well. Because most teams will just use it to rotate between A and B. But for OpTic, they'll push deep into your own spawn and look at them go.
Yeah, this is just a massive gulf, a lack of information. Zekken was forced to jump peek that just to see what his players are, but it could be anywhere by now.
And now dephh is stuck in spawn just watching this little cubby hole.
He has to watch this angle.
Because otherwise, if anyone slips through it, it's a disaster for the defense.
And either side just watching for the right moment. It's Ye who takes first contact. Cosmic Divide cuts its way across, and FNS, how has he found his timing?
dephh got pulled into the site.
Right in between them, and he takes out Zekken.
The way that OpTic work the map is just sublime.
Just down to Cryo. Spike planted, post-plant positioning. Cryo wants nothing to do with it.
And Bren, you just simply cannot give OpTic the middle of the map on
You can't
Pearl.
give them that space.
You can't, because they work magic with the middle of the map like nobody else. Just that small moment sums up a lot of the game plan from OpTic. They get the middle of the map. You could see FNS thinking about what timing to take, and he waits until there's a pick on A, and dephh is forced to come and help.
Yeah.
And as soon as dephh is forced to come and help, FNS has got it, the map in his mind of where everyone's going to be, and just slinks on through.
And it seems like it is a heavy emphasis for OpTic to try and land their way on the A side. Whenever they got the Cosmic Divide to make their mark, Cryo will make it just that bit more expensive, but there is money in the bank of OpTic for them to take risks.
It's a consolation prize, isn't it? XSET had some really nice adaptations to stop OpTic, what they were doing, but FNS and Chet have instantly responded. And when Ye is able to give you these kind of openings, whoa, it really can be the first breath of air that knocks down the house of cards.
Some bite behind this one, all the utility that was being used that way, but they have slowed this one down in time enough to potentially bait rotations. But look, XSET, they're cautious about it. They've been expecting so many lurks. It's happened almost every single round up until this point.
But there's no one there. crashies has the spike right now. If crashies does get it down, he'll have Nightfall available.
Horns over the top, has to be dealt with there. Prowler sent straight through, a bit of spam as well. Victor is so low, but elbow control needs to be taken. And zekken, no choice but to hold down Mouse 1, try and spray them down. Now a Nightfall on top of it. OpTic, you do not want to let XSET set up for this fast retake.
Not killing Victor there has double the problems too, because he's just popped no command. Got it online with the kill on zekken.
And look at how worried they are of these lurks. Watching Ali, watching behind them.
The crazy conditioning from OpTic.
Yeah, and XSET just kept guessing, wondering. But now they're going to be striking. Cosmic Divide is going to be layering it down. It's going to be passing the site a little bit for them to be able to take this.
What a play!
Forwards! BcJ, what a play! But still down to that 2v2. The Marved inside, outside, his own smoke and the wall. That's going to seal the deal with that round. And that prior conditioning. We're talking about it, XSET were just waiting around, holding for just phantoms, people who would never really show up.
They were quivering.
Just trying to hold for those late lurks. And OpTic, well, okay, why not? Another fast play. Coming over towards the B side of the map. And again, nobody lurking. Only this time XSET have taken the initiative in mid. All that space going to be gained. They are holding for a late lurk, and Cryo could be the difference maker. Inside the smoke, waiting it out.
So tough for him though. People can get into the smoke from any direction. And he's just inside this
There's
play.
a side pop flash play, Victor. Blinded himself more than the opposition, yet still comes up with the kill, still with the goods. And now it's down to AYRIN. Plant online, has to prioritize the control of the objective. Whips out the pistol. AYRIN, you can't be getting away with that, son. But it's not over yet. Prowler going to be sent flying through. dephh is going to get the Resurrect online, but now they are swinging for it. The punishment, not quite there. Victor wanted to make the play. Sidestepping it, sees connects. Yado putting in so much work. The Tether points the angle in an instantaneous trade and play.
Yay, finding 3. And the back-to-back B hits after the timeout working perfectly for OpTic. They are deep in the minds of the XSET players. Can XSET take down the uncrowned kings of North America? Grouped up over towards A on the pistol here. And XSET were able to take the pistol round for the first time on Pearl in the series. Another one would certainly start this comeback going, but OpTic look like they're set up for this. Are they just contacting all the way into crashies?
All the way into the sidelines. And crashes at the back. But listen, he throws out the haunt, expecting no one to be near him.
Wow.
And XSET capitalized. They swarmed the site.
What a pistol round. That is beautiful. And such an anti-strat.
Yeah. Really ready for crashies, just holding that one angle down. But his pistol round is not over yet. Takar making their way in, weaving their way in. Nobody's watching for this. FNS has somehow lurked and found that timing and found that kill. But a BcJ, there was no trade instantaneously there. There has to be a pull. They're trying to block it, but it pulls it right into the line of sight of BcJ.
Being able to take down Marv there is pivotal. Yay, comes around the corner. Headhunter, 4 bullets available.
Faster play has to be made, but a bit of run and gun is the play. And a pistol round gain for XSET, what they needed.
OpTic. They've been playing in the game against Loud almost every defensive round. They had both Ye and Marved playing on B. Ye was not active, not rotating around the map. He was just letting the play come to him. And that to me indicates that XSET have openings that they can go for. They can just dodge Ye on this map if they want to, and keep hammering site hits into A, where FNS is mostly solo anchoring.
Against the Eco, not opting to avoid the common position that he is playing. Take the fight to him. Ye, make sure he hugs the pillar close. Doesn't want to reveal himself, but now he takes the timing. And he's rewarded with a kill, in fact. There is a trade at play, but it's value at the end of the day when you're playing with just the headhunter bullets. Hot flash there from OpTic. They don't want to be giving up this site, and it's a pull to disrupt this one. No elbow control, and now a slide and a dash all the way in. XSET definitely taking names and making sure that they take all the space on the site.
And this B site hit is what XSET love to do with the Neon, and that's why I think noting where... And once more, Ye is going to be playing on the B side of the map, but this time FNS also over there.
They don't break the knife though, Josh. OpTic are going to get full information. I think they're tagged onto multiple targets.
And this is an extremely fast flank coming out from Marved.
Because they know. They have a lot of info with the knife tagging all of them, that they can take all this space. Now you can look at this. I mean, just liberties being taken by Marved.
XSET working their way through mid here. Some good weaponry as well. 3 rifles. Makes this bonus round extremely vicious.
They could do some serious damage. Mendez has to hold down the angle, almost pays through with his life.
That box is thin.
And now the stun's letting them rip all the way through. Cryo with the late lurk. Down! Hort actually tagged him. Bit of spam in play, but eventually traded. They need to clear out this corner angle, though. To the back of the side, as secret crashies could still do some massive work for them, but he has to respect the Prowler. Backing away, removes both of them and playing inside the fast lane, but no one wading into his line of sight.
Do they expect Marv to be this fast?
What?
Oh, what a shot through the box.
Right through the box, but just cannot claim the second one. It's a 2v3 now, and XSET, despite the fact that it is their bonus round, committing the ultimates with the Nightfall across. Yay, the last bastion of this one on the retake. And he just doesn't have the money to spend. A 1v3 is just not capable of doing it. He makes the percentage play. The XSET are going to be securing up their own bonus.
Every map has been a comeback. I know we took a long time out, and it might feel like eons ago that we were in Haven. But each one of these maps has been 8-4, 9-3 at the half, and then an astounding comeback from the other team. OpTic secured the first one, just missed the second. And now it's XSET on the other side of things. To advance to the upper finals, the more we're going to have to go into improvisational territory.
And it is just pure mind games. One on top of the other against the IGLs.
And look at Ye. Ye prodding into A main, the opposite side of the map.
He's got the rifle. It's a hero purchased by him. In fact, he saved it from the prior round. Marved, okay. Really deep angle to be pushing with here, but he does have the Bulldog ADS.
And AYRIN's just hiding behind this pillar in a spot that is so difficult to clear out.
Yeah, really difficult. VCJ though, Prowler, now they know. And it latches, the connection onto Marv, he couldn't see a thing.
What a clearance.
Good utility. That's going to be forcing at least some rotations. I think the footsteps should have been heard there by Cryo.
Yeah, definitely. Cryo could try and take a timing to break the trademark on the other side of the door, but just feeding that information to the rest of the team. Now here's the issue. They're going to be funneled into Ye.
El Diablo, he's been able to get value before. Hero rifle, one angle, one shot typically is all it takes for him, but the reposition ever so slightly now, and it all comes down to this because XSET are contacting all the way, and it's a sidestep, a bait of it. BcJ is so fast to instantaneously punish. It's not over just yet though. Victor does make a tremendous attempt there. Kill into the opposition, and the players are ready and waiting, but they just fall and line up, one after the other, holding the necessary angles, and a spike plan at the end of it. XSET getting the extra pocket change.
Very diligent in terms of how they're clearing out these tough angles.
And are we going to see another clash? Knife over the top. Should be landing, I think, on the pillar. Yeah, it does. So XSET are now aware that there's no one holding close on there. Behind the pillar or in the cubby. And Yado is watching the angle again. ADS with the rifle. It's a menace. One shot is what he's looking for, but it's just the discipline again by XSET. Fast lane sent across. Now the execute has to come through. Bit of raw spam. Marved is ready. He's holding down elbow. Wants to take the fight to them, but ends up losing and paying with his life. deph's going to be dropped to his knees, obviously, with the no command in play, but not really in a resible position. They can't quite pick him up. So what is the play? A spike plan. Yay! Finds it. Heaven is open for him. What? Play has to be made. Yay! They just run straight into him.
I mean, how does Yay stay alive for the add extra utility in to help zekken challenge those players in the back of B? I mean, Marved is literally anti-stratting himself live. All they need to do is listen.
Deeper Viper wall, though. This is a difference that we're seeing now from OpTic.
And OpTic have gone for this play a couple of times now. One of the great things about this Viper wall is that FNS can hide behind it if they have to fall back from this aggressive spot. And FNS is just trying to...
What's the contact for Victor?
It's FNS.
Off to the side.
FNS is just trying to drag it all out.
Yep, and that's the play being made! Mows them down! Live in action! Gave a slight return once more. Let's see it. The third kill for him. Prime Gaming, flawless.
What a beautiful defensive setup there from OpTic.
And a great read that XSET would just pivot and try and go into that A push.
Yeah, love this play. FNS is just drawing all of the utility towards himself like a sponge and providing the perfect moment for Victor to pop flash himself out.
Nice! Let's go!
And Chet is so happy because you can theory craft all the ideas you like on a map, but until you see them work in a high pressure match, you don't know whether they're going to actually gather results. And that is what's happening here. All of that hard work from OpTic is paying off on here, on Pearl.
Zekken
really wants it really wants to pop his ult. But this is FNS hiding behind his wall again.
He's going to force out that own no command. Victor's going to be using that to push back the aggression. As soon as they hear the ultimate's coming through, it means that Zekken can't initiate for them. He doesn't have the overdrive for at least a couple of seconds.
But now this also means that they've waited out FNS's wall. So now he's just stuck in a one and done.
Yeah, honestly, this is...
Oh, good flash to keep them back and buy more time for the Viper to regen the fuel.
Not only that as well, Zekken just doesn't have any more fuel in the tank for his own overdrive. The ultimate's faded. That's what he was hoping for. They are getting so much value out of the KO. The Haunt lights up tremendous amounts of targets. Like I said, haven't really done any prior control of the rest of the map.
And there's no lurkers. You know, contrast it to one of the OpTic rounds, they would have tried to lurk somebody through at this point.
So they are pivoting right through mid, and Ye has just been locking down the angle every single time. There's a trade at work.
There.
Be going down without a fight. Oh, the timing on the Prowler. And Cryo, caught none the wiser. Nightfall on top of it, but they have completely vacated. This time there's a pivot into Art. No trademark to stop them in their tracks. Maybe a late push from Zekken through main, but he's only got the shorty to his name as well as that. Here comes the util dump. Crashies could be everything with the timing behind them, and a fight is still being made. Flashes on flashes. Util once more barreling its way into the back of things, and it is pushing back the approach. How has Zekken got into this position, but still shut down? The XSET players just cannot withstand it.
So many layers of defense. That's one of the biggest strengths of this Zero Duelist comp, is that you just have utility for days. Lead to OpTic and Loud.
No complaints from him. It doesn't end up happening, but XSET, I want to put up a fight. Want to try and avoid it. Cryo just about gets out.
And that's the danger of the Astra there.
So punishing.
The suck is so powerful at trying to deny that line. Or pop your own smoke to try and push up. Yeah, he still wants to play within his rendezvous here. And just dodges.
It's a brutal one.
But these are the kind of rounds where, if you know that Ye is here, you'd be expected to try and dodge him. But instead, it looks like XSET want to hammer their head into this tour de force and try and remove Ye by force.
The Prowler was destroyed as well. They're covering for Ye. Making sure that he can hold the angle. Smoke onto the one side. Now a Prowler to try and make their way through. It does. Again. Latch onto a target. But what is the play here for XSET? I mean, forced up into this. It's a necessary round to win. And OpTic have got all the reads in the world. A three-player setup to try and anchor this one and hold it back. And they're making so much noise. It's so obvious for XSET. But here comes the fast lane and the Nightfall. Makes his way across the site to try and take that elbow control. Someone needs to deal with this though. The Haunt It lights up dephh, makes him an easy target again, and they line up for him. Holding close to the corner, an instantaneous trade nevertheless. AYRIN still wants to make his mark on this round, and a cosmic divide will at least help them out for now.
Yeah, really good ult to make this one doable, but AYRIN is losing health
No
at a
time.
rapid rate.
He's vulnerable! And the percentage play, you just have to save. They've got the angles, they're swarming them from every possible position, and OpTic gets a series point.
It feels like in these big matches, OpTic have just got that extra little bit, the extra 1% to push them over the edge.
I've been missed. You're absolutely right, Josh. All the experience that OpTic have gained, well versed in these situations, these scenarios. It comes down to this for XSET, a must-win round. 4 in a row to bring it to the OT, otherwise OpTic sailing themselves away for that loud rematch, that minimum top 3.
And after XSET won the pistol in the bonus round, plus the following ecos, that they just haven't had anything in these rifle rounds. OpTic have always had the lead. This is a much quieter approach. Trying not to give away.
Trying to cut the noise, Ye goes down.
That's a huge one. Anytime you can drop Ye early.
Forcing a fight, the horn's gonna get broken there. crashies looks like he still wants to fight, still wants to play.
But they're not worried about B at all.
Just backing away. It looks like they've got the correct read on this because guess what? The spike's leaning that way, and a late lurk by Marved. He's all the way behind them. He's got them all the information in the world. Sees at the back of the site though. This is the danger zone. They do reward themselves. They get the kill. They spam it through the wall at the end of the day. It's down to crashies and Marved. Can they do the heroics? Can they make the big play?
Marved has had such a monstrous map
All the
here.
space in the world! Contact through and a spray down! crashies has found his target. A stick on the spike, there needs to be a play, but it's being watched for, and crashies scot-free gets away with it. OpTic are making their way through that upper bracket.
That's you guys! That's you guys!
Game, set and match to the uncrowned kings in North America.